G'day everyone, my name is Mortal Phoenix and I'm back. I'm back on YouTube, back making videos, and back getting into the swing of things. But I'm not just here to tell you guys that I'm back on YouTube, because that would be a very, very short video and it probably would have been easier just for me to post it on Facebook. I actually want to tell you guys who I am personally and why I chose to do what I did. Why I chose to do YouTube. And the reason why I took a break in the first place was because I was moving. I can say that now because it's happened. But I haven't uploaded videos because I haven't had internet. All that sort of malarkey. But I just want to tell you guys why I chose to do this and give you a little insight as to my background. So, my name is Mortal Phoenix, but you guys all know that. That's just my handle name for YouTube. My real name is Jason Gardner. Laugh all you want. I'm a gardener by name, not by nature. Laugh away. Done now? Good. So, I'm a year 12 student in high school. Don't want to say because of privacy issues, like what school I go to, but I chose to do this mid 2015, and some of you are probably thinking, oh, that's bizarre. And you started posting videos in October. True, I didn't follow through with it until October. So I had this great idea, and I started watching videos by Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, 8-Bit Gaming, all those guys. Not so much PewDiePie, doesn't matter. That's beside the point. But I chose to do this because it gave me a hobby, it gave me something to do. Because I love to play video games, and one of my favourite games was Crash Bandicoot. And I had an emulator on my computer, which is there. You can't see it, but it doesn't matter. An emulator on my computer that I just loved, and I had Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, 3, and Spyro's 1, 2, 3. And I finished Crash Bandicoot 3 on there first time. I was like, you know what? I might do a video of this. Problem was, I needed a camera. But that was all because I had my phone. I needed a screen recorder. I didn't have that. I needed a proper keyboard and mouse. I have that now. You guys probably saw my setup in my short break vlog. But I didn't have a screen recorder and I didn't have a mic, but then I thought, hang on, my phone would pick up my mic. Or pick up using the mic. So that ruled the mic out of the question. I'm actually saving up for a better computer now, so hopefully nothing goes to shit anymore. But in order to actually get a grasp of why I chose to play video games, is you need to think back ages and ages ago. And this isn't a draw my life, I'm not going to do that now, a bit early for that. I am only 16. But I chose this because video games was something I could use to get away from the real world. It was just a safe haven for me. I could let my rage out on games, sometimes build up even more rage. But I play games that I just felt I could love forever and ever. I started playing Grand Theft Auto, I started playing SpongeBob SquarePants, I started playing V8 Supercars, and Crash Bandicoot and all that sort of thing. I just loved it, loved every second of it. Games were a way for me to just relax and unwind if I had nothing to do. I grew up without a dad. My dad left, God knows why, but he left and I just felt empty because everyone at school kept talking about their dads, and I was just like, yeah, I wish I knew how that felt. But it was hard for me, and I had a lot of support from a lot of people, some of my friends. I mean, I moved schools 6 times. The school I'm currently enrolled in is my 6th, and I made lots of different friends along the way, and after about the 3rd one you kind of get used to it. But I love doing what I did, and I actually had the idea to start a YouTube channel way before that, way before this was even a thing. But I sort of just gave up, because I put one video up and it didn't even register properly. It didn't even show up. And I just gave up on that, and I thought, you know what, I'm not going to do this. This seems stupid, and at the time I thought it was stupid. But I reconsidered and I gave it another shot, and a friend of mine and I both decided that we should start this. So Clank Jr., there's a link to his channel in the description. Him and I decided to go, why don't we start a YouTube channel? We love playing games, and it'd just be really great for us to, post our reaction to them, like what every other YouTuber does. And I thought, that actually sounds cool. So we gave it a go. And I personally started this as a hobby. And then Clank thought, I might turn this into a career. I said to him, just be careful because it may not work out. I mean, between us, at this point in time, we have 20 subscribers. Or 40 between us, so 20 each, give or take a couple. But I purely started this for a hobby because I needed something to do. I mean, I was playing all sorts of games. I was playing Crash Bandicoot, I was playing Saints Row Get Out of Hell, I was playing Spyro, I was playing Need for Speed, I was playing The Simpsons Hit and Run. And I wanted to express my feelings to people. And that's what I'm trying to do now. So, I didn't grow up in the greatest childhood. I know I've already said that already. I had father figures in my life who didn't give two shits about me. I could have been hit by a bus one day and they wouldn't care. That's the impression I got. I was seeing counsellors in year 7 because I was scared to talk to my own mother. The counsellor was just someone for me I could talk to. I mean, I didn't even think my friends could help me. I had one friend, one very, very close friend that I've been friends with for years and years and years and years. And after I moved out, I stayed with him, and he goes, we knew this would happen, it was only a matter of time. And I was just so grateful. And I lost contact with my family before I moved out, and I just thought I had no one to turn to. I always knew in the back of my mind that they were there, but it just shattered me to know that I couldn't speak to them. So after I moved out, I lived with a mate of mine, and a few weeks later I get a phone call from my sister that I hadn't heard from in a year. And it made me cry. It did, because I hadn't heard her voice in 12 months. And to finally hear it again, it just made me so happy. And days later I get a phone call from my other sister. Both of them are older than me. One's got her own house. The other's a chef who's renting at the moment. They're just amazing, amazing people. I get a phone call from my elder sister, and I just burst into tears because I was just so relieved to know that my family was back on board. It was just so grateful, and it was nice to have them around again. It's hard for me to live without my family. I haven't spoken to my mum in a year, but it's not hard for me to do that because I knew that it wouldn't last. I knew that after my sisters moved out, it was only a matter of time before I followed suit. But to finally reconnect with them just made me cry, and I was so happy that I had them back on board. I had my grandparents, my aunt, my uncle. I missed out on seeing my cousin for the first time when he was born because my mum didn't care. She wanted me to cease all contact with him. Long story behind it, but I felt empty. I had no one to turn to, no one to talk my problems with. I didn't even have a phone that I could use to call my grandparents because I see my grandfather and my grandmother more parently than my own parents are. I was seeing counsellors, and everyone suggested Headspace and Kids Helpline and Lifeline and Beyond Blue, and I just said, nothing's going to help. I put all the blame on myself, fully well knowing that I never caused any of it. It broke me to think that I wasn't believed anymore. I was that child in the family that no one believes or no one cares about. That's how I felt. I basically was under the assumption that if I wanted something, I have to work a billion times harder than what I would normally. And it physically, it drained me. Emotionally, it drained me. It just drained me. And I thought, I can't do this. I'm either going to lose my mind, I'm going to lose my freaking mind, or I'm going to commit suicide. And I weighed up the options. I either lose my mind, or I commit suicide. What do I got to lose if I commit suicide? So I weighed up those options. And unfortunately, and luckily, everything that was good came above the rest. Because I considered my family, because I knew they still cared for me, I considered what would happen with my family, with my friends, with everything. I couldn't bring myself to do it. You know, I know people out there who cut their wrists and cut their arms, and you know, they're just given up because they feel as though there's no one to turn to. And I know most of you out there are probably thinking the exact same thing. And who have I got to turn to? I mean, I can't do anything. And no one believes me, and you have every right to believe that. I get it. I went through the same thing. I had mega trust issues. I'm not kidding. Anytime someone said something to me, I wouldn't believe it. Because I would say something to my stepdad or to my mum, and they wouldn't believe it. And then they'd say something to me, and I'd be the gullible idiot and fall for it. I had mega trust issues. I couldn't even trust my best friends. I was just worried that they said something to me, something that would make me really, really stoked. And then I find out it's not true. You know, I had massive trust issues, and it killed me to think that that was something I had, because I used to trust a lot of people. You know, I was such an outgoing person. You know, I'd help everyone with their problems, and then, you know, eventually, like this year, people keep coming up to me and I was like, "Is everything okay?" And I said, "Yeah, everything's fine." And really, it's not. And I've had people say, "You know, you take too much time looking after others. You need to look after yourself." And that's something that most people out there need to do. And I know most of you out there who are watching this are probably going, "But I do." The fact is, you probably don't. Just, you need to think, like, just think, after you watch this video, think to yourself, how often do I help people compared to how often do I help myself? I am one of those people. I help others more than I help myself because I want people not to live the life I did. I want people to live a life that's happy and peaceful and just stress-free, because you have enough stress with high school. Trust me, and for those of you who are in primary school, you have enough stress in primary school. You think that's bad? Wait till you get to high school. Trust me. But you need to take time to focus on yourself every once in a blue moon, and that might mean break up with your boyfriend/girlfriend. Take time off work if you have to. Just give yourself a couple days where you're on your own, just calm and relaxed, and you take time to look after yourself. And if you do that, everything will be a lot better. Okay? So I'm going to leave this here. I know I've been ranting and raving for so long, and I've suddenly gone quiet, I know. But I'm going to leave this here. So cheers everyone for watching, and until next time, I'll see everybody in the next video. Bye!